Amazing, man. I was like, oh, he's coming this week. Obviously, got a horse in the race, man. Travis Kaufman, Luis Ortiz.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Listen, man. We got a hot young kid coming out of Philadelphia. And they can talk all that stuff about Ortiz being old and all that. Ortiz is still a monster. That's why nobody wants to fight him. You know what I mean? You know, them young bucks will fight anybody. You know what I mean? So this is a matchup. We know what side we're on. We know what we have to do. If we don't reach that plateau, you know what I mean, it won't go our way. You know what I mean? But Ortiz is definitely the front runner, and we got to turn him back. You know, we got to let him know that there's a new young guy coming along, and he wants to be mentioned with these other guys.
Talk about it, Kaufman. Your last trip in LA, you were successful. You fought up there. Sub-average performance. I'm keeping it real with you. Knocked down.
Performance.
It wasn't
I got a victory.
It wasn't a horrible performance. You just got knocked down.
For me, it was poor.
Okay.
Because I'm way better than that. I'm way better than that. I barely trained for the fight. I wasn't really hungry for the fight. It's hard to get up for somebody who nobody knows about. It's hard to really lift yourself up and train for somebody. And there's a lot going on mentally in my life at that time. My cousin just died. There's a lot going on. And no excuse. I got the victory. I'm just excited to get this opportunity and showcase my real skills, because that wasn't my skills in Lancaster.
So you in the clouds then? You in the clouds because you preparing for him. You say it was kind of hard to to get up, so you should be pretty high.
I'm mentally the best I've ever been in my life.
Deontay Wilder calls him the second best heavyweight in the world. That makes, if you win, that makes you the second best heavyweight in the world, or the third best, first best, however you perceive it. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't care what Deontay says. I don't care what anybody else says. First things first, take care of Luis Ortiz. I can sit there and say I'm the best heavyweight, but I got to prove myself. And Luis Ortiz is a real deal, and I gotta use my advantages against him. I'm not gonna spill the beans, but we got a game plan.
You cut some weight.
A little bit.
How much weight have you lost?
A little bit. You'll find out tomorrow.
How much weight has he lost, man?
I have no idea.
Were you running with him?
I run to the table. But who's the best heavyweight? A lot of boxing is going to sort that out. That won't be figured out for the next 4 or 5 years. Who's the best heavyweight? What we want is to be mentioned in that breath. You know what I mean? That they're going to have to find out I belong. And this is something his father's known for years, we've known for years. Travis has to find out. You know what I mean? He had to find out that you got to stay ready for everybody. Yeah, you're going to get up for these guys, the Ortizes and the Wilders. You have to get up for everybody to get to these guys. This weekend, one fight is going to determine who's the front runner in the heavyweight division, the winner of the Tyson Fury fight.
Who wins that fight?
Whoever wins that fight is the man. Is the man. Joshua and Chisora and the Kaufmans, they can all feel what they feel, but you're going to have to go through whoever wins this fight if you want to be considered the man in this division. I mean, the man who wins this fight has a resume. Either Fury will have Deontay Wilder and Klitschko on his resume, or Deontay Wilder will have Fury and King Kong on his resume. And with that resume, you're the top guy right now. You know what I mean? So, you know, we're trying to get him where we fit in. You know what I mean?
Who wins, Travis? Fury Wilder.
I don't even care about that fight. I care about my fight. I really don't
Who wins your fight?
Me, of course. I trained to win this fight.
How was camp? How was camp?
Camp was excellent. I mean, I was in camp for 8 weeks, trained hard. I think he fucked up by signing the dotted line because he underestimated me. All he keeps worrying about is Wilder, not Travis Kaufman. He forgets he's a killer in front of him. I'm not just a walk in the park. I'm not Daniel Wirtz that he fought before he fought Wilder. You know what I'm saying? He only fought 2 real heavyweights, Wilder and B.Y. B.Y. he stopped, and I thought B.Y. fought the wrong fight. And he looked good against Deontay, but everybody was good against Deontay until he gets clipped. So, I mean, I'm expecting a good fight. I just got to be smart and sharp.
Smart and
At
sharp.
all times.
At all times.
There's no laws in this. There's no, I did something good, take a break. You can't land a good shot and celebrate. I mean, the work is not done till you're back in the locker room, in the shower. That's when the work is done. Because we promise ain't nobody gonna run up on you there. And that's when the work is done. So you have to stay focused. It's an opportunity. You have to snatch and take advantage of it. You know what I mean?
Did you see what went viral yesterday in the boxing world? Did you get the chance to look at it? No. Basically, I'll give you a snapshot of it. Deontay Wilder said
About Radio Raheem?
about Radio Raheem. Did you get a chance to see that? Please respond both ways.
Yeah, he had every right. I mean, because, of course, you can see this. I can't relate because I'm white, but my whole family.
Your wife is.
My mom's black, not my wife.
Oh, yeah.
My mom's black, my brother's black. All my best friends, family, black. So I can relate in that aspect. I don't have black in me, but I come from the hood. I come from a very diverse area. So when Radio Raheem was like, "What you talking about, 400 years?" And the way he snapped, when Deontay, he had every right to snap, every right.
Did you see it?
No, I think so. I was playing in the van when we was coming over, and I heard a big part of
You're the only one in box world that hasn't seen it.
listen,
I'm messing with you.
I told
But you get the gist of it. You get the gist.
You can be on the internet talking about my parents, I'd never know. I'm just not that guy. If you're searching for one thing, I'll find something else, and it'll stir my emotions. You got to know if you built to hear that shit. You know what I mean? From what I heard of it, it's some shit that I kind of stuff I stay away from the door because my mood don't fit that. You know what I mean? But bottom line, my only concern was that Deontay just needs to stay focused. He can't let that bother me. He can address that after the fight. Right now, he has a big enough problem in front of him. When they start talking all that stuff about Tyson Fury and the Gypsy Kings and the oppression and all that, the place of boxing, you got to handle the business of boxing. Then you can do all the politics you want to. Pacquiao's a politician, but he's got to fight the fights first. Then worry about that stuff, man. And you can get offended, and you're going to get offended. You know what I mean? If you talk too long, if you listen too long, somebody's going to say something that's going to offend you. You know what I mean?
You don't have to stay focused.
Just stay focused. My suggestion, young man, stay focused. After you win, you can see your voice is loud when you win. So guys always want to talk before your voice. I had a fight. I tell him, and he's been done wrong a few times. I just say your voice is in the center of the ring. If you want to say something, if you want the people to listen, perform, because that's the business you chose. Now, if you want something else, go into politics. Go ahead. Deontay can make a bigger statement about landing that right hand. That's all they have to do, is make a bigger statement and land that right hand and tell them what that was in relation to.
And Travis can make the biggest statement this weekend if he, quote unquote, as you put it, upsets
you gotta be heard.
Luis King Kong Ortiz.
You gotta be heard. So here's my thing, and I've said this to him, and I always say this to him. I'm fighting for my family. I'm too busy watching what you do to hear what you say. So you guys can tell me, I'm trying to feed my kids. I can tell by the way you train and how long you stay in the gym, how bad you want to feed your kids.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Because all of us, I'd like to hit King Kong on the chin and get that paper. Who wouldn't? You know what I mean? We all like a Carnelo contract. You know what I mean? Are you willing to put the work in and do what you need to do to get to that stage? You know what I mean? And that's what it is. He got a voice now. He doesn't have a voice. He has an opportunity to be heard right now. About what he wants to do, what he wants to accomplish, who he wants to take care of, who he wants to feed. All of that conversation comes out Saturday. We'll see how bad you want to do these things based on what you do, what you're willing to go through. You willing to walk through that fire, you know you're serious.
My last question, I know you guys want to go. This is from one of my subscribers. They wanted me to ask you, and I remembered it when I asked you. He says, because when we were talking about Bernard Hopkins over at he says if Bernard Hopkins called you, would you pick up the phone and communicate with him?
I have no reason why not. It's like I said to any human being. You know what I mean? Listen, I learned a long time ago to listen to every single man that I come in contact to, because you're going to learn something. Even if you learn not to listen to that man again. So I got no problem. I told you, I had no problem with Bernard. I'm moving on, and I'm trying to see King Kong this weekend, man. You know, he doing whatever he
Face down, ass up, as Deontay Wilder said.
I don't need to see him hurt. I just need to see his hand not leg. All I need is King Kong to see his underarms at the end of the fight. That's all I need to see. And if I get that, I'm good. You know what I mean? I want King Kong to look around the ref and see what kind of deodorant he wears.
I appreciate you, King. Thank you.
That's all I need.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah. I enjoy